Today we are going to start our second unit. The title is Solving Problems by Searching. So this is our textbook and the NPTEL mapping. Okay, so what to study in this unit? So here we will discuss the problem solving agents. This problem solving agents is one kind of goal based agents only, where they will try to find the sequence of action to achieve their goals. Then we'll see different example problems. Here we are going to discuss different puzzles. So here we'll try to solve different puzzles and then searching for solutions. So we are going to study different search algorithms. So here we are going to see means how to measure the performance of those search algorithms in terms of time complexity, space complexity, optimality, completeness. Those parameters we'll study here. Then we are going to study these two search strategies, that is uninformed and informed. Okay, so in uninformed search strategy will not have any information available. Okay, and in informed search strategies we will have some heuristic, we will have some information in terms of heuristic function. Okay, that will guide guide us during the searching. Okay, so this is the content of this second unit. Okay, before moving ahead, we'll see 8 puzzle problem. So I think you might be knowing this 8 puzzle problem. In 8 puzzle problem we have this 3 by 3 grid. Okay, and 8 tiles are placed and these tiles are numbered from 1 to 8. These tiles are numbered from 1 to 8. Okay, so we'll start with any state. Okay, and in each move I will be moving a tile. Okay, and so as to reach to this goal state. Okay, now for different problem goal state can be different, so I can give different goal state to my opponent for the next game. Okay, I can give him a goal state like he has to reach to this goal. Okay, so every example will have different goal state. So this is the goal state for this example and this is the start state. Start state can be again anything. So I am denoting a start state with the help of S0 and goal state with the help of SG. Okay, so now so my initial state is S0. Now which actions are possible for me from this S0? Okay, so now for each tile I can move that tile to left, right, up and down, right? So 4 actions are possible for these 8 tiles. That means I have total 32 actions. Okay, so for first tile I have left, right, up and down. For second tile I have again same thing, right? So in total I have 32 actions. Okay, so now can I reduce this number of actions from 32 actions? Can I reduce these actions? So now when I am moving, when I move tile number 5, okay, you look at this blank space. Okay, blank space, can I say that blank space is moving towards left? Okay, when I move any tile, okay, so blank space will be moving, right? So if I mention the action in terms of a blank space, so I can say that blank space is moving towards left, moving towards right and up and down, right? And in any move, okay, blank space will ultimately move, right? Okay, if I move this 6 to the left, blank space will move towards right, right? So instead of specifying the action in terms of this number tiles, I can specify the action in terms of this movement of this blank space. Okay, so now from S0 my blank space can move towards left, right, up and down. Okay, so now if I move a blank space towards left, which configuration I am getting? So my blank space is moving towards left, that means 5 will come here and rest of the tiles will remain as it is. Okay, so this is the state I am getting, right? Okay, now let me call this a state as S1. Okay, now from this S1 how many actions are possible? Now blank space cannot move towards left. Okay, so only 3 actions are possible. So right, up and down. If I move this blank space to the right, I'll be getting again S0. Okay, same state I am getting. Okay, so and if I take a right move here at the S0, I will be getting S2, S3 and S4. Okay, so in this way, when I am searching for a solution to this problem, okay, I am getting a tree like structure, right? And this tree is actually known as search tree. This is known as search tree, and our agent will be searching for a solution in this search tree. Okay, that's why the title of this unit is solving the problems by searching. Okay, and how our agent travels through this search tree, okay, defines different search strategies. Okay, whether he is going by level, then it will be BFS. Whether he is going in the depth of one particular branch, that will be a DFS, and so on. Okay, so when such tree is formed, that tree is known as search tree. Okay, the collection of states in this search tree is known as state space. Okay, collection of all the states formed in the search tree are known as state space. Okay, so now let us try to understand different terminologies. So first one is goal formulation. When you formulate any goal in terms of a performance measure, okay, so what performance measure we want here? Our agent should move to this goal state in minimum number of moves, right? That is my performance measure. I should get this goal state, okay, but in minimum number of moves. So this goal formulation is the first step in problem solving. First you have to formulate the goal, because our agents are goal based agents, right? So based on the current situation and the agent's performance measure, goal formulation is the first step in the problem solving. Okay, so first terminology to remember is goal formulation. Next one is problem formulation. Okay, so in order to formulate this problem, we'll find out how many actions are possible. Okay, so here we have found out all the actions possible, right? Then how many states are possible? Okay, based on that we'll formulate the problem. Okay, so what do you mean by problem formulation? Problem formulation is the process of deciding what actions and states to consider given a goal. Okay, so we may exclude some states. Okay, we'll see some problem where we'll exclude some states, okay, which are not favorable. Next one is search. Okay, so we have obtained a search tree, right? So our agent will be looking for a solution. Okay, so if you follow this tree, okay, now if you see here, our root node of this tree is our initial state or a start state, right? And at the leaf level, okay, at the end we'll have our goal state, right? We'll reach to the goal by following different paths, right? We may reach to the goal state by following different paths, right? So these are different solutions to our problem. Okay, and what do you mean by solution? So from the root node, if I apply this sequence of action, I will reach to the goal state, and that will be my solution. Okay, so solution means what? A sequence of action to reach to a goal state is a solution, and process of looking for that is known as search. Okay, so see the definition of search. A process of looking for a sequence of actions that reaches to the goal is called a search. Okay, and a search algorithm takes a problem as input and returns a solution in the form of action sequence. Okay, so solution will be a set of actions, okay, sequence of actions. Now we talked about state space also, right? State space means what? The collection of these states is known as state space. Okay, so state space of the problem is a set of all state reachable from the initial state by any sequence of action. Okay, so you apply all the possible actions on any state, okay, and you will get a set of states, okay, and that is known as state space. So I think the terminology is clear to you. Okay, so try to remember these terms. Now now our agent will be solving our problems, right? So your problem should be unambiguous. There should be no ambiguity. That means there should be no confusion to our agent. Okay, so it is said that your problem should be well defined. Okay, so there should be no ambiguity in the problem. Now how to avoid that? So if you specify your problem in terms of these 5 components, then we can ensure that our problem will remain unambiguous. Okay, so we will state our problem in terms of these 5 components. Okay, so they will try to cover all the aspect of your problem. Okay, so here we are not concerned with the solution. Here we are trying to define our problem in unambiguous way. Okay, so what are those 5 components? So we have initial state. Okay, so what is the initial configuration? What is the starting point of my problem? Okay, just like this. So this was my initial state, right? Then next one is set of action. Okay, so possible actions available to our agent. Then transition model. Okay, so this transition model is actually a function. Okay, function on state and action. Okay, so what is the meaning of this function? If I apply this action on this state, which state I am getting? Okay, so I will be getting a new state. Okay, so that is governed by this transition is governed by this transition model. For example, in our previous example, so S0 was my initial state, and if I apply a left action on that, I was getting S1 state, right? Such transition will be governed by this transition model. Okay, so this is a function, remember that. Now goal test. Now this goal test is actually a Boolean function called G, and this we will apply on a state. Okay, now it will return true and false. Okay, if my current state, okay, denoted by S, if it is a goal state, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, so whether my current state is goal state or not, that can be determined using goal test. Okay, next one is path cost. Okay, so here this path cost means the cost assigned to the solution. Okay, so in previous example, path cost can be number of moves taken by the agent to reach to the goal state. That will be the path cost. Okay, so we want that solution with the minimum path cost, right? So these are 5 components. So we'll see some example problems. We'll start with traveling salesman problem. Okay, so now this map is of Romania country. Okay, now our agent is located in Arad city. Okay, and his destination is this Bucharest. Okay, so now he wants to go from this Arad maybe it is city. So from Arad city to Bucharest city. Okay, so we can see that this is one solution. Okay, another solution is this one. Okay, so this will be 2 different branches in our search tree, right? This is another one possible path. Okay, and we want the the path with minimum number of kilometers. Okay, so these numbers are actually a kilometer. Okay, distance in terms of kilometers. Okay, so now we will try to define this problem. Okay, in terms of those 5 components. First one is initial state. Okay, so initially my agent is in Arad, right? So I am indicating that with the function called in. So my agent currently is in Arad. Okay, next actions. Okay, so now at this moment, how many actions are possible to me? Okay, so at this state, our agent may go to CBU. So this is one city, CBU, then Timisoara, and then gerund. Okay, so these three actions are possible at this state. Okay, so this will be my set of actions. Okay, so I am indicating that action with the help of this go function. So from this arrayed state, he may go to CBU or Timisoara or gerund. Okay, so these are my set of actions. Then transition model. Okay, so now this is our function, right? So if my current state is arrayed and my action is go gerund, okay, this is my action. Okay, I will reach to gerund, right? So this will be my new state indicated by in gerund. Okay, so from arrayed, okay, so my current state is in arrayed, my action is go gerund, so result will be in gerund. Okay, that will be a transition model. Okay, so we have to define this transition for every possible combination. Okay, then goal test. Okay, so my agent should reach to Bucharest, right? So my goal test will be in Bucharest, right? Goal state will be in Bucharest. Now path cost of a path in terms of its length in kilometer. Okay, that will be my path cost. Okay, so path cost for this path will be different, for this path will be different. Okay, so this is how I can define this TSP problem using these 5 components. Now let us see our vacuum cleaner world. Okay, so how to define this problem? Now how many states are possible? So we'll find different states possible. So now so we know that we have 2 blocks and dust may be present at both the blocks. Okay, or it may be present in only block B, okay, or block A, and we may have clean blocks. Okay, so this is 4 state possible, and our vacuum cleaner can be present in block A and block B. Okay, so multiply by 2, that means 8 states are possible. Okay, so 4 combination for dust and 2 combination for the placement of the vacuum cleaner. So total 8 states are possible. Now initial state. Okay, so your agent, your system may start with any state. Okay, out of these 8 states, okay, any one can be the initial state. Now what actions are possible with our agent? So left, right and suck. Okay, so now see here, if we start with this configuration, okay, let me call this as S0, this is S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6 and S7. Okay, so these are my states. I am starting with S0. If I issue a command left, okay, so now he will remain in that state only, right? Now if I issue a command R, I will move to S1 state. Now here if I execute a command suck, okay, I will move to state 5, right, and that floor will be clean, right? Now here if I execute a suck command, I will remain in S5 only, right, because the floor is already clean, right? So now on every state I am writing these possible actions, right, and I am determining new states. Okay, and this is actually a DFA, right, deterministic finite automata, right? Okay, so now what will be my transition model? Okay, so now if I am in S0 and if I execute a suck command, which state I am getting? Now this can be determined with the help of this DFA, right? I am in S0 and I am executing a suck command, I am going to S2. Okay, so it will be as per the adjacent DFA. Okay, so from this transition diagram I can determine my transition model. Okay, then what is my goal test? Okay, ultimately what we wanted in our system, all blocks should be clean, right? That will be my goal test. Now path cost. Each step will cost me 1 unit of something, right? 1 unit. So if I start with S1 state, what will be my path cost? Okay, so now the most efficient path will be this one. Okay, I will issue a suck command here, okay, and then left command, okay, and then suck command. Okay, so in 3 actions I can get a I can reach to the goal state, right? So suck command will clean this floor, then left command will bring me to the block A, and then again suck command, right? So that will be my path cost. Our agent may reach to the goal state by following different path also. Here itself he may issue a left command. Okay, so let me change the color of pen. Okay, so if okay, so if I am starting with S1, okay, if he goes to left, okay, then suck command, okay, then right, unnecessary he may issue a left command, and then again right command, and then suck command. So in this case, what will be the path cost? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so we may reach to the goal state by following different paths also. Okay, now next example is 8 puzzle problem. Okay, so we have discussed this. Okay, so let us try to define this problem. So state. Okay, so what are the different possible states here? Set of states with 8 tiles and the blank. Okay, so any possible combination of this 8 tiles and the blank will be our set of states, right? Then initial state, any state out of this. So let me represent this set of states by capital S. Any state small s belonging to this capital S will be my initial state, right? Now actions. So we are mentioning the action in terms of the movement of blank space, right? So movement of blank space, it can be left, right, up and down. Then transition model. Okay, so again, so if I apply this action A on S, I will get a new state. Okay, so that will be my transition model. Goal test. So goal test will be as shown in the adjacent figure. This is my goal state. Okay, so goal test will compare whether my current state S is equivalent to this SG. Okay, whether my S current state is equal to SG. Okay, so goal test will compare that. And path cost, each step will cost me 1 unit. Okay, each movement of tile will cost me 1 unit. That will be my path cost. Now next problem is 8 queen problem. Okay, so what is the problem statement here? So here we want to place 8 queens on the chessboard. So we know the dimension of chessboard, it is 8 by 8, right? 8 by 8. 8 by 8. Okay, so now we want to place 8 queens so that no 2 queens attack each other. Now this is not the final solution because this queen is actually attacking this queen. Okay, so this is a partial solution. So this is the 8 queen problem. Now, so what is the state here? Now, so initial state is actually no queen on the board. Okay, so we'll start with the empty board. Okay, so what are the possible states here? Any arrangement of 0 to 8 queens on the board. Okay, it may be case where queen are attacking each other. Okay, but that will be one of the state, right? So any arrangement of 0 to 8 queens on the board will be my state space, right? Then initial state, no queen on the board is my initial state. Actions. Okay, so every time I will add 1 queen to the empty space. Okay, every time I will add 1 queen to the empty space. Then what is my transition model? Okay, so when I place a queen, it will return a board with a queen added to the specified square. Okay, that's how our board is going to change, right? That will be the transition. Then goal test. What is my goal test? Ultimately, I want 8 queens on the board, none attacked. Okay, no one is attacking anyone, right? Then path cost. Each step, each placement of the queen will cost me 1. Okay, so this is 8 queen problem. Okay, so now currently we are not concerned with the solution. We are just trying to define our problem. Okay, we are trying to define all aspect of our problem. Now last problem is 3 missionaries and 3 cannibals. Okay, so this is a homework problem. Now what is this problem? So here we have 3 missionaries and 3 cannibals. Okay, and they are on one side of a river. This is our river and they have one boat, okay, but the capacity of this boat is it can carry either 1 or 2, not more than 2, okay, and they want to cross this river, but the condition is that if this cannibal, the number of cannibal becomes more than missionary, those cannibal can kill the missionary, okay. So if at one particular moment, if you have 2 cannibals and 1 missionary on one side of a bank on the river, okay, these 2 cannibal can kill this 1 missionary, okay. So read the problem statement here. 3 missionaries and 3 cannibals are on one side of a river along with the boat that can hold 1 or 2 people. Find a way to get everyone to the other side without ever leaving a group of missionaries in one place outnumbered by the cannibals in that place. This problem is famous in AI because it was the subject of first paper that approached the problem formulation from an analytical viewpoint. Okay, so here what you have to do, you have to formulate this problem precisely, okay, and you have to draw a complete state space, okay. So you have to draw that tree diagram, okay, and you have to give the solution to this problem, okay. Take a picture of this, okay, and you have to show me the solution and state space diagram. So I think the concept of well defined problem is clear to you.